All right. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? And just up bright and early here. It's 7:30 a.m. Central Time. So those of you on the West Coast, if you're tuning in live, it is super early for you. East Coasters are probably getting their day started here. So I hope everybody's having a great week. Missed you last week. I was off in Disneyland, and I'm sure some of you have seen that we got out of Orlando just in time before Hurricane Irma came through. So thoughts and prayers are with everybody down there in Florida that's digging out, and obviously also still to all the folks in the Texas and Louisiana area down there that unfortunately are still dealing with the aftermath of Harvey. So I hope everybody's getting back to normal here. And I know getting back to normal here myself. A couple quick program notes for you. The Two Regular Guys podcast today is actually recorded today. Terry is up in Ohio, traveling for work and some personal things. Actually believe he's doing a little vacation finally, good for him. And also he's taking care of some family issues as well. So we recorded it yesterday morning, and had my good friend and our good friend from the show, Greg Kitson, on too, to talk about his experience over there in Orlando. And we talked trade shows and all sorts of fun stuff. So tune into that at about 10 o'clock and listen in or check that out on your podcast situation there. And the other quick program note, the Subly Source site is up and going well, and keep adding new stuff almost daily, it feels like, and we'll continue to do that. So stay tuned over there and let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. I know Teresa Martin, I'm working on some things right now for you. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you yet, but we'll do that soon. Still trying to work out some details there. It's all still really new, so I appreciate everybody's patience as we get that going. So today I wanted to talk to people about the holiday rush that's coming up. Yes, it's September 15th, and I know my son's already talking about Halloween, but as decorators here, we need to be talking about the end of the year holidays, gift giving and things like that, and how to best manage that, how to best take advantage of that. Unfortunately, September 15th may be a hair too late to really be getting started. So hopefully you're already knee deep in this. But let's go ahead, and I'm going to put a few things up here. So working on some new fun stuff here, so we can check it all out. So we're going to talk about managing the holiday rush. So let's dive right in here. First off, now or never. Like I said, we're almost already a little bit too far away to be really properly planning this. But we still got time. So hopefully you've got a few things in the works already, but you want to be on this probably more like August is when you really need to be full bolt thinking about a good plan for this. So the first thing we want to do is we want to have stock on order. And that means that we want to make sure that we understand very clearly what we're going to be pushing and selling for the holiday season. And we want to have that product on its way, or at least earmarked for us, so we can guarantee to our customers what kind of service they're going to get from us. In past lives, I've been involved in situations where, run out of stuff, and then all of a sudden a container shows up in January, and you're like, oh, okay. We're going to be sitting on these ornaments all year. Great. Could have used those, 2 months ago. So get that stuff coming in. It's okay to have it in stock already if you're getting that far in advance, but at least have it earmarked. The other thing to mention in this arena, if this is a product you think is going to be hot, or if this is a product that, maybe you've got an opportunity to sell something that's really cool, I would say go big into it. Go real big into it. Grab as many as you can, especially if you have an opportunity to maybe corner the market on it. A lot of times what's going to happen is people are going to go to maybe one of your competitors or somewhere else, and they're going to be asking for XYZ widget, and they're going, no, I don't have any of those. Won't be able to get those in until next year. The manufacturer's out, and then they're going to be going to the manufacturer and and people are going to be looking for this. And if you've got a corner on that product, and you've got all the product, the manufacturer's out because you bought them out of it, then they're going to come to you. And now here's your opportunity to shine. Not only can you sell them this product that they want, that you think is going to be hot, but B, you can show them your service and how well you do business for them. And they are going to possibly, so this is an opportunity to now win a customer for a longer time, just because you went big on one of these products that you feel is a good thing. So don't be afraid to corner the market on something. Take a risk, get out there and get a bunch of it in. And if it doesn't go exactly as planned, you may have to lose a little money on it and punt and get rid of it. But you know what? You went for it, and I'm sure ultimately you'll win a few extra customers and it'll be worth it for you. So I'd recommend doing that. All right, the next thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we get all of our deadlines set. If you're shipping products, you want to make sure that you're really understanding what the shipping companies are doing and what their time frames are. For example, UPS just sent out a note that they are going to have a surcharge for the holiday rush. They've been pretty hammered the last couple of years with so much stuff that they really couldn't handle it, and so they were late with things and had to pay back a bunch of shipping fees. So they're charging a surcharge during certain periods. It's 25, 27 cents, something like that. But you have to understand that. You have to make sure that you're prepared for that kind of thing, and also what their deadlines are. So if you're shipping post office, when do you have to have a product to them to make sure that it arrives by the holidays? The worst thing you can do is be offering somebody up gifts and then not get that gift to them in time if you've made that promise. So just make sure you have realistic expectations of what your deadlines are, and you need to start publishing those things now so you can get your customers into the mindset of, okay, I got to get ready. I got to make sure that I have my orders placed by this time to make sure that I get it done. So a quick coffee here and we'll keep going. All right, so the next thing that we want to do to be ready here is we want to make sure that we review all of our processes and things that happen within our decorating shop. Even if it's just you, think about the way things happen at your place to get orders done. This comes back to one of my favorite, those, I don't know what you'd call these particularly, but those motivational posters where it's got the black border and it says calm or whatever. Well, this was kind of a funny one, and this was one that I have used and referenced and been something that I've thought about for a long time since I've been involved in the business world, and actually got this from my dad. So thanks, Dad, for pointing this one out to me. But it's a picture of somebody in the running of the bulls getting tossed into the air by one of the bulls, and it says at the bottom, just because it's always been done this way doesn't mean it's not incredibly stupid. So think about that as you're going through your processes. Is there anything that you're doing just because you've always done it that way that might be incredibly stupid? And then really think about how those processes affect your customers. Something that, and now I just blanked on who said it, and I will come up with it and put it in the comments. But Seth Godin, never mind. There we go. Seth Godin, a piece that I read and have taken to heart that he put out there. It's making your problems your customers' problems. So just because you can't do something, are you going to make your customer jump through a ton of hoops to do business with you? And should you? Are your competitors doing that? Things like that. So you got to answer those questions. Make sure that your processes are efficient and clear, and that it's easy for your customers to do business with you, because there's a likelihood that things are crazy for them too. Not just you. It's crazy for everybody during the fourth quarter. It's one of those love-hate type things. I believe you've got situations where, yes, you're getting a lot of business. They call it Black Friday because it's the first time that retail stores get into the black and start making a profit. And hopefully, you're making a good profit from all this business. But it's probably also one of the more stressful times of the year with families and travel and weather potentially, and all sorts of other things going on. So just make sure your processes are up to date and ready to go. So there we go. All right, a couple more here. So we're doing good. This one is super hard for me, and I imagine most people it's super hard for, but we have to learn to say no. You will get to a point where you've got so much business that you can't keep up, and you're going to start breaking promises that you've made to your customers, or you just too much going on, or it's not the right fit. And as business people, many of us small business people, we want to say yes to everything, and I am all for grabbing as much as you can grab and just figuring out how to make it happen. I've done that for my entire business career, and we'll probably continue to do that. But the flip side of that is you got to learn to say no. For example, I just had an opportunity to come across to do something, and it seemed like a really cool opportunity and a fun thing to do. But at the same time, I know I've got a lot going on right now and other things that I need to focus on and do. And I just had to say no. So a quick way to do this is the best way to present a no to somebody is to kind of make it a sandwich situation. You start off by telling them a very positive thing, maybe what the reason is that you can't do it, just whatever's going on, very busy, blah, 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 that kind of thing. Tell them, I'm sorry, we don't want to let you down by being able to try to do this without being able to actually come through for you. So you got to learn to say no to a few things, especially during this time of year. And you're going to have that person that shows up 2 days after your deadline and says, hey, I need X of these. And you're going to think about it, and you're going to go, oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? And you're going to say yes. And it is going to be the biggest nightmare that you've ever taken on. I know we've all done it, and we've all had it happen. So I'm just here to say no to that. And hopefully you'll get it again the next time. All right. So and then the last thing that we want to make sure that we're doing to prepare and manage the holiday rush, call it ask and give. So here's another tough thing for a lot of small businesses to do, but you're going to have to ask a lot of your staff this time of year. You may bring on some temporary employees and things like that, but your core people, you're going to be asking a lot from them. They're going to have their stuff going on with their families and holiday items and things like that, but you're going to need to ask them to really go above and beyond. And you're going to have to do that in a nice way. You're going to have to do it by showing that you're willing to do that too. But you're going to have to ask a lot from them. Now, the give part is the most important part though. So you're going to ask a lot from them, but you have to make sure that you're prepared and that you have a plan in place that's clearly explained to them about giving a lot back to them. So they've come through, they've helped you out, they've made your holidays successful, and you got to make sure that in turn you give back to them. Give them what they need to get through the holidays. Extra time here and there, a little more flexibility, extra time after the holidays, maybe supporting them in something that they're doing, an event or something like that. Whatever it is, just make sure that the give at some point, and that it's clear that when this give is going to happen, not just that I promise somewhere down the road I'll make it up to you. That doesn't work. So make sure that give is very clear too, and that'll go a long ways and will help a lot of people. Real quick here, Cara, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. It's 8:45 where you're at there, so hopefully you guys are printing shirts up there. Cara from Mind's Eye Graphics, great young lady. How are you doing this morning? All right. Well, there we go, guys. Quick 15 minutes of how to get through the holiday rush. Also, give a quick shout out to my wife, Kylene. This topic actually was a suggestion by her. I had her cornered at the airport with nowhere for her to run, and I said, hey, what should I talk about on this this Facebook Live thing? So thank you very much, sweetie, for giving me this great topic. I truly believe that this is an important piece, and hopefully you guys are all getting ready to really go get gangbusters here this holiday. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon.